Created an environment now that, particularly in science, all of these scientists are part of fake news now. Fake science is the fake news behind fake news. Fortunately, someone like me who got all those degrees at MIT, studied the immune system. It's like, in some ways, God has put me in this very interesting position where I can call these guys out. They don't know what to say. They have to call me a conspiracy theorist, right? But you can't take away my degrees at MIT. You can't take away the fact I won every major research award that was there. And I'm calling them out because I don't owe them anything. That's why I'm running for Senate, because the American people are the most kindest, innocent, good people. They're being taken advantage of. The working people in this country are being exploited. That's what's happening. They're being completely exploited by guys like King Charlie Baker. Okay, because he's not a Republican. He's not an American. He serves an elite group of people who want to essentially um, destroy what it means to be America. It's basically supporting those people who don't want to work. This country was developed based on people who worked their butt off, who innovated, who created, who manufactured things. All of that's been sold. That we have congressmen, senators. John Boehner is a lobbyist for China, a lobbyist. All of AMC Theaters is owned by China right now. All of it. Harvard School of Public Health is owned by China. That's what's going on. Did you know that? One of the wealthiest Chinese families donated $500 million to them, to Harvard School of Public Health. Okay? So what I'm trying to say is colonization is taking place. This country is not supposed to be, we're all supposed to be wearing masks. That's China. And that's why 2020 is so important. It is going to be the inflection point in American history. That's why we have to win. That's why this election, someone like me is not supposed to run. I'm not a Kennedy. I'm a working class kid from New Jersey. I came from as an untouchable from India. I'm one of you. They don't want one of us winning. They don't want one of us winning who's articulate, who's smart, who can call them out. That's dangerous. We have to win the Republican primary because every year they always run some loser. The GOP establishment, not the GOP people, the GOP establishment wants to lose. They do not want to win because they have a power sharing agreement with Democrats. The establishment, the leadership does. Why hasn't, I mean, the last full senator was Ed Brooks, like 40 years ago. Have you noticed that the governor is always a quote unquote Republican, a Romney, a Wells, da da da, and the senators are always Democrat? They have a power sharing agreement. They always run losers. They don't want to win. We've spent more money in this primary election than any Senate primary election you can look. Yep. Well, here's the deal. We must win the primary on a landslide. We win that. I'm the only one who can defeat Markey or Kennedy. Well, what I'm saying is we got to win the Republican primary. So the first step we need to do is, I'm sorry, sir. Everyone needs to vote in the Republican primary. That's number one. They only, I just want to take it in steps. First of all, they don't want high voter turnout in the primary because what they do is it's a top-down model. I haven't seen any of them campaigning out here. None of them. We have close to 3,200 volunteers. We've raised 20,000 donations. Okay, close to $750,000 from everyday working people. I have stacks of letters from people giving us $5, $2. It's truly a bottoms up. How are you doing? It's bottoms up. We've done 500 plus standouts, 500,000 video views. It's a truly bottoms up movement. No one's ever done that. Okay, so first thing is we got to win the Republican primary. Everyone must vote. I'm telling all of you, please do your patriotic duty. Vote for our campaign and get 10 of your other people to vote. We got to win this big because that's going to send a shockwave to the people like Bill Weld. He's endorsed Kennedy. He's a Republican. Charlie Baker said Markey and Kennedy will make fine senators. Okay, these guys are blue bloods. They're redcoats. They should be with the Queen or, back in England. They never wanted to give us the First Amendment, the Second Amendment. We're peasants to them. Please understand what I'm saying. They're creating a new caste system in this country. That's what they're doing. It's not race, it's caste. That's what they're creating here. That's why we have to win the primary. We win the primary, we will devastate Markey or Kennedy. Let me tell you why. It's going to be me. Just look at me against a Joe Kennedy, and he's going to say he is the working class. He knows poor people. It's going to be destructive. And by the way, we have so many Democrats switching all across the state to support our campaign because a message of truth, freedom, and health. You got to have freedom. You got to have the First Amendment. You got to have digital rights. 5 companies cannot control the digital airways. You don't have America anymore. So Digital Rights Act, I have a bill already crafted. Number 2, we got to break up the scientific monopoly. Harvard and a few scientific institutions, academics are the fake news behind fake news. You pay them enough, they'll say CO2 is a pollutant. You pay them enough, they'll tell them that everyone's got to be vaccinated. It's all bullshit science, excuse my language. They're making up science because they're being paid. So Citizen Science Act. And then fundamentally, when it gets to healthcare, we've destroyed the patient-doctor relationship. We've created all this fat. And Health Rights Act. Okay, so those 3 things are what we need. So the goal is we win the primary, we'll win the whole thing, because they've always put up losers. You follow what I'm saying? I'm running against 3 lawyers. 3 lawyers, Markey, Kennedy, and then Baker found some fool who's got 100 Twitter followers, whose website address, don't get me wrong, his website address is cock for Senate. Literally. Okay? Yes, but he's a Baker appointee. He gave money to Ed Markey. Okay? A lawyer who's a white-collar criminal lawyer. And he's been promised a judgeship. Okay? That's what they do. It's to lose. It's to lose, to lose, to lose. Last time they ran a guy called Jeff Deal who photoshopped a picture with Trump. There's 3 hands in the picture to convince everyone he was a Trumper. These guys are corrupt. Mark Fisher ran against Baker, a good man, a good God-fearing man, engineer. He ran in the Republican primary against Baker. They were actually trashing his ballots. He sued the Republican GOP, and he won $1 million lawsuit. We're being sold out by the quote-unquote Republicans. The working people are being sold out by the Republican Party, who should be protecting the working people. We got to go beyond black and white. We got to go beyond this left and right. Working people have to unite. And the Republican ethos was, you work hard, you believe in American values, and you come bottoms up. Meritocracy, not aristocracy. They've become an aristocracy. So that's why I'm saying, let's all focus right now on everyone here. Please go tell 100 of your friends, get on, tell them to vote for Dr. Shiva for Senate. There's never been a candidate like this before. We got 4 degrees from MIT, created thousands of jobs. I created 7 companies. I've actually created value. Lawyers make money by creating problems. That's their business model. And the longer the divorce, the longer the dispute goes on, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. All of us, if we don't solve a problem, whether you're a mother, whether you're a customer service person, whether you're out of business, no one's going to pay you. They don't pay your invoices. We got to recognize that these people aren't one of us. They're not Americans. They think they're better than us. That's why we have to win. So I'm telling you, September 1st is our #1 goal. The other stuff, I'm telling you, it's easy because we've gotten so many people, Democrats, Independents, and Republicans wanting to support this campaign. And they can all vote in the general election. But we got to make sure every independent, every Republican goes and gets that Republican ballot and votes for Shiva for Senate. That's what we need right now, everyone. Democrat can switch. So we have a lot of Democrats. Yes, they can switch. As in, some of them don't want to be Republican. So we're telling them to go independent. What is it? Unenrolled. On August 26th, we have 3 more days. Switch. They can ask for the Republican ballot. They can go back if they want and vote for me in the generals.
Yeah, no, I know.
This is a critical point in U.S. I'm telling you, 2020 is going to be the point whether we go into slavery or freedom. It's going to be, if you feel it in your gut, I'm telling you, the Democrats, Trump was a disruptor. They never thought he'd win the primary. The primaries are the key. It's not the generals, it's the primaries. That's how they squeeze people. So they have two doofuses always. Doofus one, doofus two, and it doesn't matter who wins. No, it doesn't matter who wins. The establishment always wins. They never thought, huh? We got to fight them. We got to win the Republican September 1st primary.
I want to go back.
Yeah.
And I want to ask.
Yeah.
Like you were talking.
Are you live, John?
Yeah. Vitamin D on the COVID.
Yeah.
So the hydrochloric and the zinc. Does
that
it
works.
Really work? It does.
So look, hydroxychloroquine.
She has her doctor. Yeah.
Hydroxychloroquine and zinc. I did a whole video on this when it first came out. You have to combine it with the zinc.
Right.
So, quick education. Here's your cell. You got 6 trillion cells. A virus comes in. That guy's what is that virus trying to do? He's trying to do 4 things. He's like a thief. First, he wants to enter your house, your cell. That's called entering. Okay? How does he enter? He lands, he tries to have a key, and he tries to open the key and get in. That's a process called glycosylation. And that's what happens when a virus lands on your cell. In the case of the corona, the key it uses to open it, it uses the ACE2 receptor. That's step 1. It tries to get into your house. Step 2, the virus, like a thief, tries to go into your Xerox machine in your house if you have one, and tries to replicate itself, make more thieves. Okay, that's called virus replication, step 2. Step 3, after it replicates itself, then it tries to reassemble itself, step 3, make more of itself, and then it tries to transport itself out to go do to every other cell. So what you want to do, if you want to have a strong immune system, you're trying to stop those in those different stages because you don't want the viral load to get so high. That's when you get sick. So if you have a strong immune system, your body will make sure the virus never gets into your cell. You know what helps with that? Vitamin A. Vitamin A helps with that. Then, if the virus gets into your cell, vitamin D3 creates those bullets to blow up the cell wall. Okay? Zinc stops viral replication. That's why it's so important. Okay? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, hydroxychloroquine, it's a pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
If you believe in pharmaceuticals, great. It does work. What hydroxychloroquine does is it stops the virus from putting the key in the lock. Okay? It stops it right there. And when you add the zinc, it stops the replication process. Right. Now, there was a paper written in The Lancet, which is one of the most prestigious medical journals, saying hydroxychloroquine is dangerous. Don't take it. Written by some academics. Yeah, but you got to take it with the zinc. Take it with the zinc, right? So what happened was people said, oh, it's dangerous. Can you show us the data? Where's the data? Guess what they found? We don't have the data. Can you give us the data? No, we can't get you the data. Why? A private company has it. Paper got rejected. This is what happens in science. Remember in the old days of Egypt, the priests who would write all the scribes, they were the leaders, the ones who had touch with the gods, supposedly. That's what the modern scientists are. They're the scribes. They're the fake news behind fake news. And I can tell you this because I know these guys. These guys, you pay them enough, they will write whatever you want. They get their grant money, they get to fund their students, they get more grant money, they get awards, they get grant money. It's become
the money
exactly. Follow the money.
Right.
You tell 40 million, 20 to 40 million is what MIT gets for every climate change. You put cockroaches cause climate change. Great, here's your funding.
Right.
Being serious.
Yeah.
Bed bugs and climate change, you get funded. Okay?
Right.
So Trump pointed out fake news, but I'm here to tell you that the fake news behind fake news is fake science. Science it's become compromised totally.
Right. Oh.
So they can make so that's why one of the bills I've crafted is called the Citizens Science Act. All of us are smart. We can get some data and look at it. Where's the climate change data? I want to look at it.
Right.
So I've said any federally funded research, any of it, it's our data. When that scientist you fund does the research, what they do is they hold on to the data, they massage it, they wait, they publish as they need to make their narrative. You do research, that data goes into the cloud. I want your data. It's my data. I just paid you to do it. See what I'm saying? That's how we cut the legs off these academic corruption. So that kind of concept, none of these lawyers will ever come up with it because I've been there, right? So this is what the founders of our country were. There were guys like me who built things, who had knowledge. They were children of the Enlightenment. They knew science. Washington knew how to survey. He knew how to farm. Jefferson knew how to arc. I mean, these guys had skills. Lawyers are complete scumbags. Excuse my language. I hate these guys. 60% of them run our government. They create stacks of regulations. But you know what? Lawyers are completely unregulated. No one regulates them. They make sure every law to regulate them, they don't get regulated. Come on over here. Let me give you an autograph. Yeah. What's your name?
Young Republican.
Ryan? I'll sign it right here. Yes, right in the front. You want in the front? We got to win, okay?
Yes.
Thank you. We got to win. I'm telling you, there's never that you know, I meditate and I pray every night. The 3 words that keep coming to me every night is we must win. I mean must. I'm talking about big 100-point font.
We need the House, we need the Senate, we need our president.
Yes, we must win. But we need people who are not going to sell out this country. And the GOP establishment in Massachusetts has been colluding with the Democratic Party.
Oh, yeah.
And we need to, we have to win. We have to win.
We're going to win. This is going to be I'm telling you.
Massachusetts is where the revolution should end.
Huh? No, don't be
You should be nervous.
Go to Robert David Steele. He's got a lot of great
but we should be
on that.
Yeah, but we should be nervous because you have to have a little fear.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, I'm telling you, these people in power are evil. They are insidious. But we can't be sitting on our laurels.
No,
okay? We got to get out and get. Everyone here has got to tell 100 other people to vote in the Republican primary for Shiva for Senate. We got to win.
Yep.
This is a matter of freedom or slavery. I'm telling you, we have to win. Yep.
I just want to tell you, people want to hear about. You know why I know that? 3 phone calls, 4 phone calls. Those 4 people showed up today. I went into Market Basket.
Excellent.
You know what I said to them? I said, I don't see Dr. Shiva yet. Where is he? They go, we don't know. I go, well, where do you have your flyer fair? That's where he's supposed to be. And this guy came out to me and he said, no, I haven't decided yet. I said, I'll be right back. I'm going to Dr. Shiva's van and I'm getting you some information. I said, he is the right man. I gave him 3 reasons why you are the right man.
What were those 3 reasons? Tell us.
First of all, I said to him, we need integrity in this country. We need a person of character. And I've also walked the healthcare system. As Sue Stone knows, I had Lyme disease for 11 years suffering, and then I had cancer on top of it. I went to the best doctors in Boston. Did they come up with a plan? No. They were fighting amongst each other. They wanted a PICC line to my heart, and they wanted IVIG treatment. No one could work together. What did I do? I prayed. Sue Stone and I prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed for my health. What happened next? I created my own plan. I went to an acupuncturist and did needles and Chinese herbs. You know what it did? It built my immune system. Yeah. So what you were saying is absolutely right. And I will tell you, I'm a retired school teacher. And, you know, we're not even getting our increase now. Who knows when that will happen. But the bottom line is people want to hear about him. I made 3 phone calls. Look, there they are. They showed up. They came today.
And listen, people, every Saturday, come and join us in Athol. Bring all the Shiva signs.
I'm on the back side of the
10 o'clock to 1 o'clock on the common.
Well, I'll just
let her just finish. Yeah.
And the bottom line is do not be timid because people want to hear what their alternatives are. And the alternative is Dr. Shiva. And he will do what is right and correct. And I have I totally believe that. That's what it's about.
What's happened is this, right?
It's crooked.
Those in power do not want people to see truth. Okay? This has been, so what they do is they cover truth with darkness. And the goal of human existence is to take the sword and pierce darkness to let the light in. That's what this is about. Because they know when people hear us talk or hear me talk, they say, where have you been? Okay? Because they've been given so much garbage for so long. It's like if you've been eating horrible food, then one day someone gives you really good home cooked meal. You say, wow, this is what a home cooked meal tastes like, right? But if you've been eating crap, you don't know the difference. But the day that you get something really tasty, or if you ever see great art, I like art, you see garbage and you see something, wow, or you see great craftsmanship. They've reduced people's standards. They give people lawyers, puppets, fools. It's really horrible what they've done because this country is built on greatness. If you look at the stuff that used to be manufactured here, When I was a kid growing up in India, 5 years old, made in USA, this stuff was like awesome stuff. You know, the scissors we used to get, the steel. I mean, not only that, it was done by people who cared. When I was growing up in New Jersey, you know, I had a immigrant who was our landlord, an Italian immigrant. He showed me how to landscape. And if I didn't cut those, you know, trim properly, he said, Shiva, do you know you're putting your name on that? Or a Yugoslavian immigrant painter taught me how to paint. There was a huge value to craftsmanship and excellence. And that's what this country is built on. And what we have now are people who think they're so clever, how much they can cheat people, how much they can talk. Like that's how good, that's what it means to be American. It's really disgusting. People should get really angry because everything this country is built on, everything that my parents left, and all of us, every one of us here, if you look at and you look at your generations, we all left some injustice. Your grandparents, your great grandparents, to come here because of freedom. But no, all of us left some crap to come here because this country offered the opportunity. And when that opportunity gets taken away by these people who want to create a caste system, an aristocracy, thinking that Joe Kennedy should even be running. Think about the audacity of him. Who is he? He's done nothing. Right? Chelsea Clinton now sits on. No, but Chelsea Clinton sits on Joe Biden. What has he done? Nothing. Michelle Obama, what has she done? Barack Obama, what has he done? What these people have done is they've created substandard. They're telling people to go to the lowest common denominator, that you don't have to work, that you don't, excellence doesn't mean anything. The answers don't matter, right? In schools, the answer doesn't matter. It matters how much you did something. No, the answer does freaking matter, because if you don't get the answer right, that tower is going to fall down if you build it wrong. The bridge will fall down. You'll blow up a chemical explosion. I know the answer matters, because if you get 0.001 is different than 0.00001. Okay? You'll blow up stuff. And when you tell people that all answers are okay, you're reducing. When Charlie Baker's son can molest a woman and that gets hidden, and if you or I did anything, they put mugshots of us, we realizing this is a third world caste system. That's where they're creating. This is what used to happen in third world countries. And we got to all rise up against that.
We need new blood in the Republican Party.
You know who the other one that is, that I think is a lot like you, is a gal that's running for senator down in Baltimore. That African American gal, have you saw her?
I haven't.
She's a Republican and she's trying to go into Baltimore.
Well, I know,
She's got the best ad out.
Yeah.
The one that's in Florida. She just won.
Loomer.
Yeah. She just won. They had a victory party. So he's gonna win too.
Yeah.
First time in my life that I got into politics, because I was listening.
Do you know how many
Donald
people?
Trump.
Do you know how many
like,
people say that who come to our campaign?
Yeah.
60% of people. You just said I never put a lawn sign up. Our campaign is bringing people who have never participated because they've been fed garbage. They've been fed just garbage food.
Yeah. And
So that's why we have to win. So I'm telling you,
will win.
everyone here, we must win, but do not sit on our laurels. We got to go all the way to the 31st, because these people are insidious. I know these people. They're clever. They use their brain in satanic, evil ways.
Well, they have Google on their side. They have Facebook on their side.
Exactly.
They have Twitter. I got blocked on Twitter 4 times for getting a conservative word out.
Why can't the Conservative Party get up a site that?
Because what's happened is
They don't have
that there is no philosophy of conservatism anymore.
Right.
No one is talking about hard work.
Right.
Oh, if you talk about hard work,
I grew up in the Midwest, block beans and tasseled toys.
that's what I'm trying to say. No one is saying it's all been defined in some weird ways. Like you know what I mean?
Right.
It's not been defined. This is what we stand for. We stand for hard work. We stand for meritocracy. We stand for truth, right? That's what we're trying to do with this campaign. Truth, freedom, and health. Truth, you have to have freedom. The First and Second Amendments, they defend freedom. Then you have to have truth, and then you have to have health. Anyway, I don't want to take more of your time, but we have the only thing that keeps coming to me from God is we must win.
Yes.
We gotta win. And remember, good does not overcome evil. It doesn't. I think God tests us, in my view. Are you worthy of the kingdom of heaven? Are you going to fight for him? And if you don't, well, maybe you don't deserve God on some level. So it's not like everything is good overcomes evil. We have to actively fight evil. That's when we rise up and we become children of God or co-creators with God. That was a message of Christ. The message was we were supposed to have, or if you don't believe in Christ, whatever creator, you're supposed to have a direct connection with God, and you're supposed to experience that. And it was supposed to come from you and your creator. And it was a recognition that this life is not it. This life is not it.
We're gonna lose our country.
Well, I'm saying you have to have this real conviction or an experience of something that you have to recognize this life is not it. And if you believe this is only it, then it's all lost. So we have to fight. I'm saying we have to fight because this country was built by people who were truly enlightened people. They didn't believe someone with a crown was the only one who had a connection to God, that each person could have that direct relationship and the government wasn't supposed to be in their way. And that was what the purpose of this country was. And that's been completely forgotten by the educated, vulnerable elites. And the only people who still have common sense are the people like in Central Mass who work. All the idiots around Harvard Square are wearing masks in 98-degree temperature and running.
Down the road in my car,
These people are the morons. They're the robots.
Yeah, they're robots.
They're not intelligent. They're basically robots.
Robots. Cheap.
That's why the huge hope is the people who still work with their hands, still have a job, still have to serve people, teachers, mothers, etc.
And we're sticking up for our country. Come on. Number one thing, our country. We gotta save our country. We can't do 4 more years of the Democrats. We can't. They'll kill it.
Well,
So I gotta say one more thing. I want all these people to come so you can do his signs.
Okay, when are you doing that?
Hey, every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
10 to 1. As you come up 2A, 2 towns, from Orange and Athol.
yeah.
Before you get up here, you'll see it. We're all there on each side.
Excellent.
So bring your signs. Go there. And it's all seniors.
But
it's awesome.
It's all
And
one to
mostly
one.
all seniors like us.
It's all bottoms
awesome.
up. It's all bottoms up.
Yeah.
We don't care. You know, the Boston Globe called me, wanted to do an interview with me. I said, you know what? You got to apologize for what you did to me 2 years ago. You didn't put me on the debate stage when I was a qualified candidate. Are you going to apologize? I said, you guys are the racists.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Nothing. Then they called me up again. Oh, we want to do a story with you and the other. I said, no. I said, you need to. I said, I don't need your newspaper. That's the conviction we have to have. We believe in ourselves. We go bottoms up. We don't judge ourselves by whether we're on their media, which is all evil. We should judge it by how many lawn signs we put up, how many bumper stickers we got out. That's how we win. That's the American way. Bottoms up, hard work. They cheat.
Can you see? I did this folks right here.
I will. Anyway, I'll
Yeah.
end this,
Hey,
but thank you so much. Everyone get
I got one of them.
Okay. Hey, can you go get some of those, Ryan? I'm sorry.
Anyway, so we do.
Can you go get some of this? Thank you so much. Everyone get lawn signs. Put those sugar stickers with the mailer. Yeah. Did you want another one? Yeah.
I'm with him, so.
You can have another one. No, you have one. Okay. There you go.
I can't.
Yes, bumper stickers. Everyone. By the way, is everyone on WhatsApp? You're on WhatsApp. Everyone, this is how we communicate for the next 15 days. Get out your smartphone. You have one? Go get it. You gotta go get it. This is like patriotic stuff we're doing right here. Thank you. Huh? Yes. Yep. Yeah, exit.